or it's okay to let him just talk about it.
Okay, so because he's a herd animal, goats are a herd. He needs socialization, and being isolated feels like a punishment to him. So on top of physically feeling bad, look,
He's
mentally
depressed.
is depressed as well.
Jamie, I think people, because of quarantine, can associate with this. I think that there's people that probably feel just like that right now.
Well,
because
not just because of quarantine, but also because people in hospitals can't even have visitors, or couldn't for a long time either.
Or nursing homes.
Yeah, so think about how, I mean, you physically feel bad, and there are a lot of things that can lift your spirits, and I think that the mind has a lot of power in healing the rest of your body. But if you're all depressed and in the dump and you feel like crap anyway, like, this is hard.
I want y'all to say your prayers for Mr. Huck. He has quite the infection, and he's been given a really heavy dose of antibiotics from his vet. And then we also have some stuff that we brought home with us. But he's just not feeling too good. And, you know, it's like with your kids, you know their demeanor. And I just know that his demeanor is not himself. He has kind of a glassy look in his eyes. I love him so much. And he's been around. He has some really serious friends out there with you all who love him. And you've loved him since the beginning. And I know that you guys worry about him like I do. And so he's just kind of hobbling around. And I don't know if he feels like even getting out of the barn. I'm going to tell y'all something though. Something that the vet told us. And it's sad, but it makes perfect sense. But a goat in general does not have a strong will to live. Seriously, hey, goats and sheep both. If you don't believe me, you can Google it or ask people who know. But the reason that goats have such a high fertility rate is because they have an equally high mortality rate. And that's true with all animals. Animals that have a high fertility rate will also have a high mortality rate. That's just kind of that's life, y'all. That's life. And in saying so, when a goat gets down with injury or sickness, sometimes they don't have a fight to want to live. And so we have to be very, very careful with our animals when one of them gets injured. Or you remember last year, several of them got sick with some kind of walking pneumonia. Huck was one of them. And man, it was a constant struggle every minute of every day, it felt like. Just watching them, because if they ever, the expression is if they ever get down. If they ever get down, they might not get back up. And so I walk out here and I check on Huck. The reason is it's feed time, and all the other babies are gathered up out back. And he didn't come back, and my heart just kind of like, oh my God, just kind of felt this heaviness. And so I guess I have a sense of relief right now. I just don't want anything to happen to him, because I just love him so much. And he is such a good boy. And he's been a part of this sanctuary, you know, for a couple of years. And he's the reason that so many of you guys have found this page. Him and his Shirley bird. And, you know, last year he was the sickest when they had that walking pneumonia. Y'all remember this. And he went to the vet. That was the day that he took the bite off of the calendar. Such happy, fun memories with him. And he's fine, folks. He's okay. He's up. But he just laid there. I didn't video it. I'm not going to show y'all stuff like that, because there's some stuff that y'all just don't want and you don't need to see. But he's up now. And I don't know the names of all the stuff that he's taken, but a little pain medication, not to mention the super heavy dose of antibiotic on his little injury, his wound. And I will have to get some help to have someone help me cut the bandages off a little bit, and we'll doctor it up a little bit later. We do it every afternoon, normally after feed time. But what worries me a lot is that from my vantage point right here, I can see all the babies eating. And I am also staring across at Huck, who's not moved from that spot. And this is the first day and that he hasn't gone to eat. So, you know, the parent in me, I start thinking about my own kids, and I watch their appetite a lot. He lays back down. I watch their appetite, and that sort of helps me determine if my own kids are filling themselves or not. And shit, I don't know where I'm going with this. I just want you to say your prayers for them, and just know that we worry about them. You, Huck, Mr. Huck. You're scaring me. Stop doing that. Get up. Get up. You want me to carry you? You want me to carry you, don't you? You want me to carry you? I will. I want you to get up and go eat. Can you? Can you bring the food to you? I'll bring some food over here, okay? I'll bring you some food and some water. Okay? I'll be right back. All right, I guess I'm gonna bring food to Huck. Not letting you get down, Huck. I'm gonna lay here and make you put your head on my shoulder. I'm gonna make you. I don't like when he lays down like that. There you go. Mwah. I bit your ear. I kissed it. Show everybody how pretty you are. Everybody see Mr. Pretty Huck? Okay, you're not pretty, fine. Handsome. We'll go with handsome. Look, you had a kitty come visit. Hi, kitty. A white kitty came to visit you, Huck. Hey, white kitty. Really? Don't mess up Huck's video. I've messed it up enough with my emotions. All right. You know what? I'm going to have to carry him to the barn because it's already getting close to 7. It'll be dark in an hour or two. And he's not going to lay here. I'm going to put him in the barn. And he can lay in there if he wants to. Shirley's worried about him. He's okay, Shirley. We're going to take care of him. Ellie, hold him so he doesn't wobble so much. Oh, even Trudy's so worried. All right, just slice it right down there on the side, Ellie. Right down. Put the scissors right there. Oh, you wait for me? Yeah. You want me to bring you anything? Any medications or wraps or what?
I'm gonna need more gauze. I'm gonna need some of that Fear Zone. And I'm gonna need some vetmycin and another horse wrap.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Huck's feeling better. We gave him, what, about an hour ago? And I think that we're gonna have to leave him in here.
I know, but it's such a catch-22. You know,
Hold on, I don't think people understand that. So a catch-22 is damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That's true.
So why did the vets say that we need to let him, or it's okay to let him just Talk about it.
Okay, so because he's a herd animal, goats are a herd. He needs socialization, and being isolated feels like a punishment to him. So on top of physically feeling bad, look,
he's
mentally
depressed.
is depressed as well.
Jamie, I think people, because of quarantine, can associate with this. I think that there's people that probably feel just like that right now.
Well,
because
not just because of quarantine, but also because people in hospitals can't even have visitors, or couldn't for a long time either.
Or
So,
nursing homes.
yeah, so think about how, I mean, you physically feel bad, and there are a lot of things that can lift your spirits, and I think that the mind has a lot of power in healing the rest of your body. But if you're all depressed and in the dump and you feel like crap anyway, like, this is hard, because obviously letting him out and roam is also not so great for his healing process of physically healing.
Yeah, so that is the catch-22. So we let him out so he can socialize, because he was actually doing really good with not putting weight on that front leg. So we didn't see that, and that was what the vet said, just watch him. But then it really scared me to see that, because he had gotten out and maybe gotten himself tired. So as of now, we have that, like Jamie said, that catch-22. We leave him inside here by himself to isolate, so he's not able to move around, keep him immobile. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yet, that whole thing about that will to live.
Yeah. It's not good in goats. Goats don't have it.
Yeah, I talked about it.
Strong survival, just innate thing in them. They kind of give up.
They do give up, and that's the saddest thing to me. But as of right now, he's good. He's been doctored up. Jamie came to the rescue. She got him all doctored up. We gave him all kinds of stuff. And so we're going to leave him here at least overnight. And I think at least I think maybe we have to come out more.
I was going to say, I think that
Journey!
We could put Journey in here with him.
Let's put Journey in here with him.
She won't hurt him, which is exactly what everyone else was doing.
Well, look. Guess who's right here right now?
Baby.
Chewing on string.
Stop that.
Go ahead and set her in there, baby, and just see what happens. She may scream and holler and yell, but at least Huck will have someone to listen to and know he's not totally isolated and alone. Need him help?
No. Gosh, heavy Journey.
She's going to be your friend for the day. The rest of the day.
She's going to scream.
She is going to scream. He's going to be like, just take her away. I'd rather die alone. I'm sorry, I don't mean that.
No, he would just be like, I'd rather just sit here in my silence and listen to her scream all day.
This is going to sound horrible, but someone put me out of my misery.
I hope not. I hope that he's sweet to her and that he likes the company. And that something sparks his mind. I think there's a lot to do with mental stimulation as well. Like, this is not, you don't get to see, you don't get to graze, you don't get to be next to your people, and I hope this helps.
All right, Huck. We love you. We're going to come back a lot and check on you throughout the entire day.
We're going to rotate, buddy. We're
Yeah.
going to rotate.
Journey seems completely good. He's like, no, my God.
Oh, buddy.
Journey, go love Mr. Huck. Someone to love, baby. You're someone to love. He's like, no. I've seen her through the pasture.
He's like,
I've seen her.
I
I've
get
heard
no
her.
peace. No peace.